So as of 2011, the UAE has passed down a law that allows students as young as teenagers to work part-time. So naturally, we here at 20-something want to find out more about the impact of this law on the youth of the UAE. So let's hand it over to Anna and Lubna, who are about to find out if you are a teenager, you need to watch this.
That's right, Marwan. But this law is open to everyone, not just teenagers, to clarify. So everyone should be paying attention. And what we want to find out today is how it affects students. And here to join us on the show today to help us discuss the origins and benefits of this new law is Mariam Al-Falasi, who is a lawyer at Hassan Luta Firms. We've also got Fuad Jassim, who's the Manager of Careers and Employability Services at the Middlesex University.
And also, of course, we had to have our resident careers advisor, Peggy Chamoun from Bayt.com. Welcome everybody to the show. Now, the first question I think we really want to find out is, why did this law finally come into place? Because this is the kind of law that, you know, is available in other countries, like it's open to in the States, in the UK, you know, teenagers can work legally part-time. But how come here did it finally come into place?
I'd have to say that it's not a new law. The fact that teenagers have been able to work since 1980, according to the what's known as labor law, Federal Law Number 8 1980, Articles 20 to 26, which regulated teenagers' ability to work, completing the age of 15 until the age of 18 years old. The regulation, which is 1189/2010, which has been publicly issued on New Year, 1/1/2011, it emphasized the teenagers' ability to work, and it provided more details in terms of the category and working hours.
Does this law apply only to teenagers or for anyone who wants to go, get into a part-time job?
This regulation is specified even at the title for teenagers.
Okay. For teenagers only?
Yes, the 15, completing the age of 15 until the age of 18.
So what are the requirements for them to be able to work? Do they get labor cards, for example?
The law itself the regulation states that they get a labor permit from the Ministry of Labor. The manual associated with the regulation states that it is a labor card. When inquiring about it at the Ministry of Labor, they informed me that they are basically the same thing. At least that's what they informed me. And it's a juvenile card which is specialized for juveniles to work during this hour, or youth to work during certain hours.
Now, Fuad, I'd like to bring you in on this. Now, you're part of the Middlesex University. Maybe you can tell us, what are the pros and cons of working at such a young age?
Well, actually, after the introduction of this new law, we are looking only at the good things that are happening to our students. Prior to this law, everything was a little bit vague. Students were trying to, work on a part-time basis. However, because it was not regularized and there was no law to cover them, so a lot of confusion happens. Sometimes even abuse happens, in which an employer might bring in a student and then they might not be paid because there is no umbrella for whatever happens. So after the introduction of this new law, students are very much excited because from a career perspective, what we are trying to do is to help our students actually gain some experience while they are studying so that we prepare them for the next phase after they graduate.
Right.
Now they have a chance to get that experience and actually to get paid for it, which is an excellent opportunity. Not to mention that a lot of the changes that happened recently, with the crisis and all these things. So students also have an opportunity to support themselves and to support their families.
That's right. And also kind of experience, right, what a job is like,
well,
and they can even decide
exactly,
later on after graduating.
As I'm saying, from a career perspective, what we try to do is to equip our students with suitable required experience so that employers can actually look at them and feel comfortable in hiring them once they graduate.
Okay.
Now, Peggy, you're a careers expert. So say there's a teenager now who is maybe interested in taking up a part-time job. What's the best way for them to prepare, let's say, CV-wise? What should they put in there to attract the employer to them when they're applying?
Okay. So whether you're applying for an internship, part-time or full-time job, the steps should be the same. So you go online on a job site like Bayt.com, you apply, you prepare your CV. Now, what should be included in your CV, it's exactly the same what should be included in any job you apply to. So you start with your career objective. So what's your career objective? Then you talk about your education, okay? And then you talk about your career progression. Now, in your career progression, whether you have some experience or not, it's important not to keep it empty. So you might have done, as you said, you know, you've been promoting events, you've been helping, you know, some charity, you've been doing some administrative tasks. And this is actually the number of part-time jobs that you will find mainly on the website today, like in marketing, in customer service, and in communication or administration. Now the skills as well are very much in line with what a part-time or a full-time or an internship job would require. And this is as per our latest job index survey, which we have done, Bayt.com and YouGov Siraj lately. So the skills and the education required are the same. So when you talk about, you know, skills, people want, employers want students or employees with good communication skills. So English and Arabic languages are important. Flexibility and team spirit, leadership skills.
Well, you
Those
know
are
what?
important
It's
points.
fantastic, I think, that there's clarity now for teenagers between 15 to 18 to be able to go and get into and have part-time jobs, because I think it helps them, you know, like you were saying, build up their ability to work in the future, you know?
That's right. I'm afraid that's all we actually do have time for today, but all your points have been very insightful. I'm sure a lot of viewers would have profited from that. We'd like to thank you, Fouad, Mary, and Peggy, for being on the show with us today.
Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.